Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to LOI Talk. We are live we were going to just do a live stream just for the draw, but as circumstances have changed, extra time is now among us. So we are going to also do a little bit of a watch-along. It's our first test of a watch-along, really. But just for the extra time, just a little bonus for you. That's but the main meat of the stream is still the draw. Great save from Joseph and Ang there. I'm delighted to be joined by Scott. Scott, thanks very much for coming on again.
No bother, John. We have a cracking week of FAI Cup fixtures.
Yes, we do indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever the
Joseph
draw
and Ang
is.
there now with a lovely save.
Yeah, two big saves there in quick succession. Whatever happens, it's going to be a very interesting draw. There's four big clubs left in it, if you class Kerry as a big club. But they've definitely earned their way to get to where they deserve to be where they are, you know. So but
it's historic.
Very much historic, absolutely. But we're still unsure as to who the last participant will be. Will it be St. Pat's? Will it be Galway? I've been kind of watching this match, and to be honest, Galway have had the better chances. Now, towards the end, Pats were definitely the better side by a fair distance. However, Galway, in the first half had a really good chance. They had a great counter attack, and Jimmy Keohane, former Cork City player, former English League One player, ends up making he ends up trying to keep it to make a great save. So yeah, it's a very tight. It's going to be a tight one for sure. But yeah, we have at least 20 minutes here to play before we go to penalties and before a winner is decided, essentially. So yeah, hope you can enjoy our commentary up until then, and then we will obviously be covering the FAI Cup itself, the draw. So that's what we're mainly here for, of course. Looks like a player's down here.
Yeah, it looks like he got a bad knock.
Yeah.
Caulfield now, it looks like he's getting ready to put on a substitution.
We're in sync, are we? Are you 4 minutes in? 4:03, 4:04.
I'm 3 minutes in.
Oh, right, okay, we're not quite in sync.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean on the stream? I'm on about the match. Sorry, are you 4 minutes in?
Yeah, live in the match.
Yeah, we're in sync, so that's perfect.
We're in sync. Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Just gonna look at these few comments here. A quarter of a watch along, exactly. Thank you for following us.
This game could still go anyway.
It really could.
It's a yellow card here now.
Hi, Jason. Yellow card. Thanks, Scott. Hi, Jason. It's so currently it's Cork City, Kerry FC, and Shamrock Rovers are through. However, the game we're currently covering here is Galway against St. Pat's, and we're not sure who will be through yet, but we will keep you updated, and then we will be covering the draw itself. So, yeah, that's it really. And shout out to Dara Reedy, big contributor towards the page, with wishing us well. So thanks, Dara.
Thanks, Dara.
I hope I haven't missed any comments there. I think we've pretty much brought them all up now. Right, it's out to the right
wing.
McClelland. McClelland is running and he wins a free. I know, Jason, it was quite incredible to see what Kerry achieved, coming back from 3-0 down against the Premier Division side. Even Dundalk couldn't, got resoundingly beat by Sligo. So incredible results, truly historic stuff.
Mount Park could become a hard place to go to for any team?
It's been they seem to be on good form, all right. They're a lot better than how they were doing at the start of the season, and the midway through they were kind of struggling. But you expect them to struggle because they're such a new club. However,
Yeah, but it's a credit to them to get to a semi-final of a cup.
massive credit, indeed it is. But I believe this is McClelland here taking the cross. Oh, when it's in, and it's just wide.
It's in. No. The ref having a word there with Jamie Lennon.
As a wise man said about Kerry's victory, you've been fingered by the finger lickers. Right? Very good.
That's a toe tap comment, I believe.
Change here for Galway United. Conor McCormack is off for Axel P. Poisold, I want to say, is onto the pitch. John Brennan, how are you? Thanks a million for joining in.
How are things, John?
St. Pat's in the attack here. They've crossed into the box and won a corner. Chris Forrester wins a corner for Pats.
Always a player to watch.
Yes, he's been one of the best players in the league for a long time now, in fairness.
Definitely.
The corner is driven in, headed away. And Galway managed to get a hold of possession and clear their lines.
They do well to clear that, yeah.
Driven up down the line and Pats regain possession. They hoof it up the field, headed away by the Galway player. Here's Jake Mulroney now in the ball, another dangerous threat. And Jake Mulroney surely wins a free kick. He does. I think I might support Kerry FC from now on. Treaty her off to watch. Dan, I see where you're coming from, but you've got to stay loyal to your club, even in the tough times.
Obviously, Cove beat Treaty this weekend, 3-0.
Yeah, Cove look very good as well. I think people are all talking about obviously Kerry's incredible win against Sligo, and rightly so. But that win against Cove was quite impressive as well when you look at where the two of them are in the league tables in the first division. So, yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Whipped in, and St. Pat's really should have scored there with Mason Media, I believe. It's a good cross in, and it's near enough a free header.
He just couldn't get his head on the ball.
No, I suppose it came at him very fast, but I think he could have done a little bit better there, but it did come at him very fast, to be fair.
Galway making another substitution now.
We've got Bory.
Looks to be Vincent Borden, is it?
Yeah, Borden, coming on for Galway, yeah. St. Patrick making a change as well. Can't quite see who it is.
And it's Hurley's coming off for Galway, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It was a great goal from Hurley to equalise for Galway.
But in fairness, yeah. He's had a good game.
John Caulfield wishes him well as he leaves the pitch.
John Caulfield has fond memories of the cup.
He does indeed, yeah. Absolutely. Clark now taking the goal kick for Galway United. It's lumped up the pitch. Bit of a dogfight out here now. It's not much of a football match really, as it is a dogfight.
I imagine both teams are just going to take any chance they can.
John, would you take City staying up in exchange for getting battered by Kerry in the semis? Oh my! I think I would, though, to be honest. I think staying up is probably more important, but it is a good question. I don't know.
I think Kerry away would be very tough for us, but a home draw. We need a home draw. City definitely.
This is very unprofessional of me. I really should have checked, but something's telling me that it's a neutral venue for the semi-final.
Is
or
it?
Is it a home and away?
I can't confirm that either with you, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's crashing from Forest there. Yeah, I'm. Oh, it's a great shot here.
It was never a neutral venue, though, going down through the years, was it?
Oh, it is home and away. My apologies. Right, it's home and away.
Yeah, it usually is. Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
So
a lot is going to ride on that.
Yes, City's form at home is vital. It has been vital to their season. I suppose a bit of a renaissance is happening in City with their form. But back to this game anyway.
A lot better over the last few weeks, and it's massively increased my faith in Jaron Ash, to be honest with you.
I think credit has to be given where it's due.
Yeah, I think he's the right man. Look, he's not. I don't think he's going to keep us up. Obviously, I hope the players don't have that mentality. However, However, like I think he should be given a chance to bring us back up, and hopefully we can retain most of our players. Obviously, looks like we're getting Gary Buckley in next season. So, yeah. Jan Brennan says, I think whoever gets Kerry FC will be hoping it's not at Mount Hawk Park. For definite.
You're dead right, Jan.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, I would definitely be. I think I would if you offered it to me. Yeah, I'll take getting battered by Kerry in the semis. If even that would be like an unbelievably embarrassing moment for the club if it meant staying up. I think. Oh, chance here! It's a cat caught by Joseph and I think that would just be such an embarrassing moment for the club if. Well, yeah, obviously, but I think it would. If we could get to stay up. Now then again, maybe City's confidence would be so shot after being destroyed by Kerry, but I don't know. Like, getting relegated is going to be a serious blow to our plans and our succession planning and all that. So it's I think that would be the avenue I would choose anyway. But I don't know. It is actually kind of a tough one because, like, Jesus, it doesn't get much lower than that. Getting battered in the semis by Kerry FC, with all due respect. Like, at least Sligo had a bit of a battle. If you can lose them with grace, then you wouldn't be so annoyed. But getting battered by them.
Even on Sligo Rovers social media, they did get ahead of themselves. Joe, they thought the game was theirs.
I believe this is Keane says my two favourite workers. Jan proving his Wi-Fi isn't the issue. Listen, I'm not going to comment on that particular situation. That's all I'll say.
If you excuse me there, Jan, I'll just get my charger from my laptop so I don't lose the stream.
No worries at all. That's no problem. Oh, wow. Red card here for St. Pat's. Big update. That's an incredible moment. I believe it's Mason Media. I was reading comments, so I didn't quite see. Here's the replay. Mason Media takes a touch. And yeah, that's a clear red card. The Galway player, Bowden takes him out. Yeah, Mason Media was in on goal there. That's definitely the stopping of a goal scoring opportunity. Stephen Kenny is up in arms. Win the cup or stay up. It's stay up for me, Jamie. Yeah, for sure. Definitely stay up. But both would be incredible.
Did I miss much, John?
You missed a red card actually. Yeah. For Galway United. Mason Media was.
Who got the red card for Galway?
Red card for Galway, yeah. And Mason Media was in on goal and they took him out. Here's Christopher. Oh, it's in. 2-1 to St. Pat's. Absolutely incredible free from Chris Farris.
Place erupt.
There. The Richmond Park, the shed is about to fall off there. Incredible moment. Ben will be joining us in a few minutes, by the way, which we're very excited for. Ben is going to get the draw, obviously, but that's an incredible moment.
What a free kick.
That Houser, I think you'd love to see. That's a serious free, because the thing about that free is now, look, the keeper should do a bit better, I would suggest. Maybe the wall could do a bit better as well. Definitely the keeper, yeah. But it's hard to score frees from that close in. you Szoboszlai's free against Arsenal a few weeks ago, for example. It was very far out and it was in a nice position for a right footer. As incredible and all as it was, this is an incredible free kick because it's so close. The dip he got on it, really exceptional. Scott House tour in 2025 is what we'd love to see. Absolutely. Yeah, surely now that St. Pat's, 11 against 10, I don't see them coming back from this at all as we approach the end of the first half of extra time.
Yeah, I say this game is as good as over.
It's going to be a long 15 minutes of, I think it's going to be a long 15 minutes.
In any cup game, John, you never know what could happen in any cup game. We saw that with Sligo, 3-0 up.
That's
and
very
obviously
true.
Kerry went on to win 4-3.
That's very true, but I think the red card takes all of the hope for a comeback out of it, though, to be honest. But, who knows? We'll see.
Definitely. And the conditions are getting poor now in Richmond Park.
Look, it's absolutely lashing. Yeah, it's not looking good at all. But there's half-time, folks. St. Patrick's Athletic 2, Galway United 1 in what has been a really enticing game. Galway United will be kicking themselves that they didn't take their earlier chances. However, they're just going to have to live with that now, really. So do you think there's any chance of a comeback here, Scott, or is that all she wrote, in your opinion?
As I said, you never know with the cup. But the red card is definitely going to affect Galway, and the conditions now are only going to make it even tougher to come back.
Yes, absolutely. So sorry.
In fairness to both teams have put on a good battle tonight.
They have, yeah. They very much have. It's cruel, the cup. The cup is very cruel. Sometimes both teams. Sometimes neither team deserves to go out, but of course, some team does have to go out. So it's a cruel game, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Stephen Kenny really ramping up his players here, and so is John Caulfield.
John Caulfield as well, yeah.
Excuse me.
One game we didn't touch on yet, John, was Drogheda beating Shamrock Rovers on pins.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Drogheda again showing their class. Like, they've been very hard to beat this season. But ultimately Shamrock Rovers just had too much for them in the end, even if it was just penalty kicks. Yeah, absolutely. What did you make it again?
Obviously Shamrock Rovers have 25 honours, if I'm right, in the FAI Cup. They've last won it in 2019. So I think they will want to do the domestic double. And as for the game, I was obviously watching City and Harps, but I did watch the highlights, and it was a good game, yeah. And not much separated the two teams until the penalties.
That's very true. Yeah, it's a bit of a pity that Drogheda didn't get through, because it'll be much harder to call. But clear favourites now are Rovers. But look, that's just an incentive for the other teams to really give it their all and make
obviously sure. Drogheda are the holders.
That's it, exactly. We've got Ben McElwain in. Ben, thanks a million for joining us for the second half.
No bother. Thanks for having me on, lads.
Not a bother. Ben is a recent admin here at LOI Talk, so he's absolutely loving life.
Life's been better.
And, a Dundalk fan as well. So yeah, make sure to give him some love in the comments, lads.
He's hoping for title success.
Oh yeah. Hopefully have it wrapped up now soon.
Jimmy Keohane's in the corner here for Galway. He whips it in. It's not a bad corner. And it's saved.
Joseph Venang has it covered.
He did indeed, John Brennan. And it's well earned. He's earned it at this stage.
Thanks very much, boys.
Here comes Chris Forrester. And it's a very poor ball, but look, it's more time wasted for St. Pat's. I don't think they'll be too concerned, especially after Chris Farser's brilliant free kick there. Bit of a threat there from Galway United, a really good chance, but unfortunately the header wasn't powerful enough. John, yeah, look, we won't get into that one. All I'll say is actually we didn't actually sack him, to be honest. That's not true. But yeah, we have gone our separate ways, and we wish Cornell nothing but the best in his future endeavours. St. Pat's, or Galway, sorry, driving forward here. Despite having 10 men, Galway are on the ascendancy here in terms of possession. However, St. Pat's have gained it back through, have gained possession back. And now they're just bringing it to the corner, looking to waste as much time as they possibly can here as we approach the last 10 minutes. Is that a Liverpool jersey, Ben, or am I mistaken?
No, it's Argent Cardinals. What?
Oh, it isn't. I was going to say this is more like LFC talk. If we,
Hi. Oh, I've got the jersey underneath anyway, but
yeah.
No,
very
it's
good.
Comfy hoodie anyway, so
that's the job.
That's the main thing.
Aye, that's it.
Mason Melia's coming off.
Mason Melia going off now, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, I don't think he didn't get on the score sheet tonight, but he a very good display and won the free that ultimately has decided the crucial second goal in this game. So he can be happy with his performance. Always a threat as per usual. But it's Conor Carty takes his place. Patrick Hickey is off for Galway as well, as Stephen Walsh, number 7, replaces him. Troy now here for St. Pat's. It's taken long up towards Conor Carty. Carty's won it, but it's straight back to Galway. Galway now have possession, but they're finding it hard to get out of their own half with this St. Pat's press. And St. Pat's intercept the ball before Galway can get out of their own half. It's a great pass out to McClelland and back to Gravasti over to Joe Redmond. It's a fantastic one from Joe Redmond. I was actually thinking, you can watch this on my own channel. Actually, Jamie and I were discussing what League of Ireland player would you take in the Irish national side, and we both kind of went for obvious shouts, midfielders, Josh Hohenhans, but I think Joe Redmond, even though we're pretty much sorted for centre-backs, if we weren't so sorted for centre-backs, I'd be considering Joe Redmond because I think he's one of the best centre-backs in the league, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a fair point, John. He's a decent player.
Is there any League of Ireland players yourselves you would take that you'd take in the national team at the moment with the state of it all?
No, Josh would probably be an option. Obviously, getting called up, it would have been good to see him get game time, but even yourself, if the centre back option wasn't as good as it was to Redmond, would definitely be a shout for myself as well. So,
very good. What about yourself there, Scott?
I think definitely Dawson Devoy. He's been by far one of the best players in the league and for Bohemians. And I think he could add a bit of creativity to the Ireland midfield. Even if you had him on the bench and bring him on when you were maybe down, or do you know what? I think he could be a handy player to have on the bench for Ireland, yeah.
Yeah, like
he could bring fluidity into the squad, yeah. Go ahead.
Devoy is very good, and I think he'd be a good option off the bench. My only thing is he's very similar to Jason Knight, and Knight is absolutely a higher level. So I don't know, is he the right profile? But he is probably the best midfielder in the League of Ireland, arguably. You know, just the profile we need is not so much a number 8; it's more of a number 6, I would say, defensive midfielder. But you know, no, it's not a bad shout at all. Like, he's obviously, you can't doubt his quality. Like, you know.
Not being biased here, but Evan McLaughlin's recent form, what would you think if he was involved in the Ireland squad?
I wouldn't say he's really near it, to be honest, at the moment. But you know, he's definitely promise. And I love Evan McLaughlin. Like, I think he's brilliant, like, for Cork City. But like, I don't know. You've kind of got to be going for the best League of Ireland players, like, and not just kind of shopping. Like, no, he is very good, but like, not kind of shopping around bottom end, I suppose. And again, he's kind of a similar profile again to Jason Knight, you know, who is like, who you could argue
has a spot in the squad,
yeah. That's why my shout would be kind of either Jamie Lennon or Matt Healy, two sort of number 6s. Now, Healy isn't necessarily a 6; he's just more deputised there this season for Rovers. But he
could play in 6 though, I think.
Yeah, he could. Yeah. And Lennon is just a pure 6, you know, like Jamie described him as the Rodri of the League of Ireland. So I would I would consider either of them. Owen St. Pat's with another free kick there. But it's just wide. It's taken by McClelland, I believe.
McClelland has played well tonight, in fairness.
He has, yeah. He's been very decent.
Pat's midfield is very strong, isn't it?
It is, like, yeah, very strong indeed. You know, they've really underperformed this season, to be honest. Even to be struggling so much to beat a Galway side who've been so poor over the last 2 months is a sign that they're kind of underperforming. But you're right, their midfield is fantastic. Ooh. And it's a great chance here. Oh, and that's 3-1. Really good goal there from Garrick for St. Pat's. And that's definitely all she wrote now. Might as well just blow the full-time whistle here. St. Pat's 3, Galway 1.
Stephen Kenny looks happy.
Behind here.
You're behind, are you? Oh, sorry.
I won the player this time, so.
Oh, okay, right.
We spoiled the Ben.
Sorry, but
yeah, that was a nice finish anyway.
Very nice finish, yeah.
Definitely.
How many of the current Dundalk team do you see there next season? Was actually thinking that, Jamie, to be honest. I haven't thought deep on it yet, but I would say Dundalk could have maybe a busy window over the winter months, but hopefully, obviously the aim is get promoted when out the first division, and obviously stay straight up, don't go back down. I'm not sure yet, haven't really looked into it, but yeah, I'd say there'll be a few, but all depends what Kieran will do. And
definitely, Jan, the game is over.
Just 5 minutes to go here. Galway, in fairness, them are still pushing for.
I suppose they're trying to get a consolation.
Yeah, that's it. But no, it's definitely a big ask from here. Sorry there.
Yeah.
With much money to spend for Dundalk next season after the money problems last year, I'll leave that one to you, Ben.
I'm not sure. I'm hearing that they're still problems behind the scenes in regards with it. Like, so, hopefully there's somewhat a bit of money, but I'm still hearing that behind the scenes that there is going to be, or still is a bit of a problem, but hopefully there is some money about there yet spending. But
we had no comments there for a while, but since Ben's been, we're absolutely flat out. I've only seen you played the odd time this year, but I'd definitely say Owen Kenny when he's on it. Minuge might be good enough as well. So yeah.
Owen Kenny's definitely been great for us this season, and Minuge between sticks. Without that wee injury, he's been solid. Obviously Peter Cherry back and stepping in for him has been decent too. But in recent games, obviously keeping a few clean sheets. We did concede, was it 3? I think 3 carry there yourselves not long ago. But no, definitely end the Minogue and Owen Kenny definitely been great for us this season. So hopefully they can stay on.
It is a huge gap, between the first division and the Premier Division. Cork City found that this season. You played Sligo Rovers, but look at you obviously have a decent manager there if you can get recruitment right. Like Dundalk's a huge club. Like there's no reason it can't work. I'd say as well that there is a bit of a gap in the market to do moderately well, because you have you have Waterford, who are kind of struggling towards the end of the season. You've Galway, who aren't doing so well, and if so there's a bit of a gap in the market there potentially. Wow, St. Pat's missing an absolute sitter there from Chris Forrester. Oh, Jesus.
Can I say it too, Ben? It's kind of like how the mighty have fallen, like Dundalk and Cork City. Obviously, we've had great battles over the years. Yeah.
Well, mate, the first Dundalk game I watched was actually that FAI Cup final. Well, I forget which year it was, but the one with Shawnee Maguire scored an extra time. That was my first.
I was at it,
game. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot different now. But look, hopefully, 2017.
Both teams are massive.
Yeah,
even their fan bases and.
Definitely, yeah.
I think they will pick up eventually.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it is.
2017. Football always is right.
Yeah.
But even the gap between the first division and the Premier Division was seen when Cork City beat Finn Harps 3-0. Obviously, Finn Harps are trying to get a playoff spot, and we beat them easily. So, a City too weak for the Premier Division, but too good for the First Division? That's up to debate.
Yeah.
We're coming into the dying moments of this game now.
Cross in there from Galway was easily dealt with from Joseph Nang.
Coffee, having a drink of water after all the pressure.
For Harster, he's doing keepy-ups on the pitch here. Quite incredible to see that kind of bag. But look, maybe he's that good for this league. And now another chance for St. Pat's. It's Black and Galway.
As I said earlier, you always have to watch Forrester in any game.
Jamie, back with another cheeky question. How would you feel about Cove in the Premier Division and you lot in the First Division? It would be a really dark moment for the club, and that's kind of why I'm saying, I'd rather us stay up than probably win the FAI Cup. I don't know, maybe I could change my mind when we actually win the FAI Cup, by the way. But I don't know. Yeah, it's like that is a fair. That would be fairly embarrassing now.
There's been a few City fans have said it to me. We'll be in the First Division and going to Bratislava.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible. And that's no disrespect to Cove. Like, look, Cove have done well and they've earned their stripes this season. But, it's a small town in Cork compared to Cork City, which is supported by most of the county. Like, it shouldn't be happening full time anyways. St. Pat's are officially through to the semi-finals, and yeah, shortly we'll be doing our cup draw, and we can kind of get out of here then. But yeah,
what a cracking weekend, lads.
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
Right, this is the time where we want to see the comments flowing in, so let's leave an out comment if we can, lads, and we'll get that arranged.
Maybe your thoughts on the game.
So yeah, full time, St. Patrick Athletic 3, Galway United 1. And to be honest, it could have been more there, and then that was a very dominant second half of the extra time display from St. Pat's, but it's what you'd expect when there's a red card. Despite the best efforts of Galway, there's only so much you can do when you're playing against 11 when you have 10. So,
How do you see the rest of Galway season shaping out, John?
They'll stay up, but it's that's they'll stay up, but that's about the height of what they'll do, really. I would say. I think they could be in trouble next season.
To answer John's question there quickly, Shamrock Rovers.
Definitely Shamrock Rovers, yeah. Like St. Pat's is going to be tough as well. Kerry have shown that they've earned their stripes, beating Sligo, who've been much better than us all season. But Shamrock Rovers are a team.
Shamrock Rovers away would be a nightmare.
Yeah, they're a team to be reckoned with in Europe. Yeah, I think that's the one draw. I'm calling it that if we can avoid Shamrock Rovers away in the second final, we will win the FAI Cup. You can clip that all you want. It's happening. But I will say,
I hope so, Jan.
If we get Shamrock Rovers away, then it's not. It's going to be a very, very big ask, to be fair. But look, we'll see.
Keane Lacey with man of the match here for Pets.
Oh, John Brennan with a really interesting opinion here. He thinks Galway get beat in a relegation playoff, which is very possible as well. But look, I think it could happen. I don't know. I think Sligo. My prediction is Sligo end up finishing it. They'll be a bit shot in confidence for the last few games now, but I do think Sligo will stay up. I think they'll beat whoever is in the relegation playoff. But if Galway get dragged into 9th place, they could easily lose. But I was impressed with them tonight, in fairness, in their performance tonight. So I think they'll have just enough to get over the line. But it's a very good shout from John Brennan, to be fair.
Do you think John Coffey does long more at Galway?
It's hard to say. He's struggling on a bit, so I'm not too sure, to be honest. So if they get relegated, I'd say he will leave. Yeah. Football always says, I think Cove beat either or Galway or Waterford, but lose to Sligo. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. But I just don't think Galway or Waterford will get dragged into 9th place. But if they do, then I agree. Just a few more comments there. The FAI would be praying to keep Rovers and Pats apart. You're dead right, Jan. Even bigger, I wouldn't put it past them. This is a really good point from Jamie. Cork versus Kerry is a nightmare final in terms of attendance. Oh right, I thought you were going to. I know soccer hasn't really kicked off in Kerry just yet, but I'm telling you, the Rebel Army will bring a serious crowd up to Dublin. Don't you worry about that. Scott knows that himself as well.
Yeah, we'll travel all over the country. And there is fans there in the fan base. And I have to give them credit where it's due. There'll be buses. Everything will be organised. We have a great fan base. It's very community based, as you probably know yourself, John.
Well, I'm the notorious armchair fan, but I agree with what you're saying. Yeah,
you're still a fan, without a doubt.
Right, we'll see what. I'm just trying to load up this comment here. You get about 10,000 a game. Let's not take the P. Well, just look at the crowds that went up a few years ago. Like serious crowds went up to that. I know it's been a tough season and attendance hasn't been as good, but like
there's a lot of reasons for the attendance.
When there's a big event like an FAI Cup final, you'll get a decent crowd up there, not a bother. And I think surely as well, like there'll be a good Kerry crowd as well, because like people who might not be necessarily Kerry FC match going fans, they could like easily just go for the crack. Like, you know, just Kerry GA fans might just say, I'm going to go up to Dublin for the day for a final. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But to be fair, a Cork against Kerry final means Kerry have to beat one of the it means the Munster clubs have to beat the Dublin clubs. So like, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But who knows?
Quickly, John, there I might just say about Cork City's attendance that ticket prices are a lot to blame for the attendances this year, and obviously the poor form. But if you remember, not last year, but the year before, our first game was sold out. Obviously, Turner's Cross can hold 7,000. So if City were playing well, you would get 3,000, 4,000, even 5,000 on the good days. So I don't see why Cork City fans wouldn't travel to Dublin, to be honest, if we did get there.
I agree. Jan Brennan says a bandwagon city is all Cork is. Look, the Limerick villains, you're just so bitter. Sorry.
We won't go into the hurling there anyway between Limerick and Cork.
Good point there from Jamie. Galway versus Sligo Monday would be huge. It definitely will. That's a massive game, to be fair. So Ben, I'll ask Ben there. You're an outside observer, a neutral observer, unlike the two of us. You know, what are you kind of looking for from this draw now, as we approach it?
Well, obviously, I'd love two entertaining semi-finals. I would love to see. I don't know, but hopefully, just two entertaining ones, and I'd like to see Kerry do another bit of magic. It would be great for them in their third year to make an FAI Cup final. Definitely be great for them. But will it happen? I don't know. I have to see what this draw says for them now. But from a neutral point of view, hopefully, just like the quarterfinals have been, hopefully just entertaining.
For sure. Well said, Ben. Lego Stop Motion just says, when will the draw be on? He also says up Cork, so he's already in my good books. And also Lego Stop Motion, that's great as well. Yeah.
Lego Stop Motion.
It'll be any minute. The draw. We're just it's on RT. They're just currently kind of reviewing the game now, but it'll be literally any minute they'll be doing the draw. So we'll keep you updated. Lego Stop Motion, stay with us. That was a great goal from Mulroney to make it 1-0.
Great goal. He's got a good few this season, to be fair to him.
He's not bad. Like he's on his day. He's probably one of the best players in the league. But
and he's still young.
Yeah, but I suppose it's just maybe hasn't shown it quite enough for St. Pat's to hit the highs they thought they would have hit at the start of the year.
And looking forward to this draw now, lads. It's going to be very interesting.
Definitely, yeah. Should be good now.
Right, we have a break here on RT, and I believe the draw will be directly after this. So stay with us. We have 7 viewers in, which isn't bad at all. But yeah, very soon now. Very soon. Draw will be after the break. We can confirm. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Everyone thought Pats would win the league and have been brutal this season. I completely agree with you, Jan. They've really been disappointed.
They were favourites at one stage.
Because they were a lot of people's favourites, to be honest. So you're dead right, Jan.
On a quick note, Jan, go ahead.
Go on, Scott. Yeah.
We could see a repeat of the semi-final that happened at Turner's Cross in 2023 between Cork City and Pets. Obviously, that was a sold-out game, and Pets won it.
Yeah, good point. Euro news here for all your latest Euro updates. And there couldn't be more important message other than this. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Cian. Make sure you do it. It helps us out massively. So please do it. It's how we can keep doing this stuff. So we'd really appreciate it. This is one of our longest non-podcast streams we've ever done. So it's but the main moment for why we actually did it is coming up now very soon. So all of this build up for a little small few minute draw. It's kind of gas that way. Do a podcast plug, not a bother. So we weren't able to get a podcast out this week, unfortunately, just some technical reasons. But we will be back again this week, and we're hoping to get Aaron Callahan back as well. We've got lots of good feedback about that, so we're really looking forward to it. Please make sure, if you're bored and looking for anything to listen to, just throw on the podcast, and you can listen from the start and you can relive this season really. So definitely, please do what. Let us know your thoughts. Again, I'm not going to comment on that particular situation. Okay, it is what it is. I didn't know we were going public with that particular incident. So, yeah, okay, I'll take that comment down now. Oh God, right. This is the longest ad break I'd say I've ever had to endure.
Feels long enough, yeah. God.
They're getting longer every day.
Oh God.
That Jamie lad, my favourite member.
Thanks.
We've a big fan here, yeah.
Personally, I think he's a downgrade on Carnell, but sure, look, it is.
Jamie has his fan club.
Board be an ad here. Make sure to grow your own food. It's a very good thing to do. This is how bored I am. I'm going mental, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right, we are just approaching now the draw. So stay with us, yeah, and we'll report who will be playing who. Right, so we've got Cork City, Kerry FC, Shamrock Rovers, and St. Patrick's Athletic. They are the official confirmed final four. I personally think Ian carries the whole thing. Look, I won't argue with that. Right, we have the draw now. First pot out is Shamrock Rovers FC. Okay, they get the home tie. Okay, that's a big
Please
deal.
don't beat Cork City.
That's a big deal. Shamrock Rovers are at home. And they're going to be playing Kerry FC. Okay. Ooh. Kerry FC pull off the most historic moment in League of Ireland history. Anyway, let's get to the next one. And who will be at home? It's going to be Cork City St. Pat, but who will be at home? It's Cork City with the home draw. Right.
Brilliant.
fascinating. We're going to try and stay unbiased, but that's Cork City fans will be very happy with that. However, I'm sure Pats will be confident that they can overturn them as well. And St. Patrick's Athletic, it's confirmed. So we've got Shamrock Rovers up against Kerry FC. That's a very, look, it's a tough draw for Kerry, but it's going to be a great trip for them as well. And they brought Bows very close last year, so who knows what Kerry FC can do. And obviously Cork City up against St. Patrick's Athletic at home. I think, that's going to be. St. Pat's are definitely favourites, but that's going to be a close tie as well. So, what do you make of that, lads? What's your raw reaction to that? From your angle. I'll go to Ben there first because Ben, you're all quiet.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think though? Seriously, how do you make that drop?
Well, obviously looking, you'd kind of think that Rovers will do the job against Kerry. Like for Kerry FC, it's obviously going to be our first time facing Rovers, and trip up the Tala for them. They definitely deserve it. After Friday night, definitely deserve it as a fan base. But City and Pats. I think you said you played them in 23 semi-final, or back then. But it'll be a good game, hopefully. But yeah, no, I think hopefully we have a possible upset on the cards, but I don't think so. But it'd be great to see anyway.
I know, yeah. That's kind of my initial thoughts as well, Ben, to be honest, is that look, it's a big ask now for Kerry to make it to the next stage and go to Lansdowne Road, but that's pretty much the next best thing is a trip to Tada in terms of soccer stadiums, football stadiums in Ireland. So I think their fans can be happy in that one anyway. It's going to be they deserve that trip, and it's going to be a great experience for them for sure. And look, they're not out yet. At the end of the day, they're not out yet. So who knows? Scott, anyway, what do you make of the draw?
Yeah, John, excuse me. I think they're very tough draws for both the Munster sides. Obviously, going up to Tella isn't going to be easy for Kerry, but all the same, it's going to be a good day for the Kingdom fans. It's going to be a lot test for them to beat Shamrock Rovers, but you never know in the cup. But it's probably a 1 in a million shot. And as for Cork City and Pets will go into this game as favourites, but based on Cork City's form, you never know. But look, the home draw suits City anyway, from a City point of view.
Yeah, like I would say if Pats play like they did, particularly in the first half against City, I'd be confident as a City fan. But look, you can't underestimate their quality. Like they've got They've got Stephen Kenny, arguably one of the best League of Ireland managers in history, as well as a really good, strong squad behind it. So, it's I think it's two games in their own respects. They're going to be the weekend of the 3rd of October, just to confirm. So it's really towards the back end of the season. So it's a bit to go, another month, guts of a month to go before these matches. People will be getting their tickets in early. Wow. Look, with that, lads, we'll probably bring it to a close. But just thanks a million for all the comments tonight. It really helps to kind of get you through it when there's people watching and engaging. So if this is something you'd be interested in more of in the future, watch-alongs and things like that, let us know. But thanks very much to the two gents as well for hopping on. I'll let you your final few words, lads, and we'll probably call it then.
Oh, thanks for having us on, John.
Pleasure, Ben. Come back again soon. And Scott, thanks very much as well.
Thanks for having me, John. And I just want to say thanks to everyone for supporting LOI Talk tonight. And it was great to be on to watch the extra time and review the draw.
Brilliant. Good man yourself. Right. Thanks, everyone. Just to finally confirm, we have Shamrock Rovers at Tala Stadium up against Kerry FC. And we have Cork City at Turner's Cross up against St. Patrick's Athletic. So that's it for us. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, lads.